amount of space for Gabby. So we're talking about two big cores having to share a map. So far, they're not lagging behind too badly, but Neon is starting to secure a lead. So TNC's got to plug the holes in this draft, mitigate their losses right now, build up in the jungle, get some D wards off as well. Just get
Now pausing. Discord problems apparently.
To really fall
Jesus.
behind. The moment our Windridger is ready to go, and this is probably close to that Javelin up, you are just going to face constant aggression here from Neon. Playhard's already level 7 as well. His Phantasm spam is ready to go even without the Ags. It is fairly potent. And once Neon set their eyes towards some tier 1s, TNC can't afford to lose too much space here.
No, they cannot. Natsumi looking for Febby up that top lane. Dive will be away. Power shot to make a path for himself and play hard. He's going to be able to find the stun with the shackles out as well. And poor old Febby, well, he can't dive anymore. He is going to die to play hard. In fact, Genuel, the one to take the kill on the Undying. With that, they can slowly start setting up for that top tier 1 tower.
Yeah, should be a really straightforward objective to take. Of course, they are chasing Scam down bot, but Yapaj is coming in for the defense, so it's not going to be a straightforward push.
The battle begins.
Denied. Boiling no, that's no good. Massacre.
The next level playing.
First separation. First blood. Boiling rage.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Denied.
The next level playing.
Right on, Armageddon.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You're welcome. Invisibility.
One spin.
Man, I mean, I'm happy to see this kind of combination. It just makes me miss the Morphling Tiny. Still, smoke out here from Neon. Looks like they want to go hunting. They want to maximize this blink. Can they find someone?
Well, let's see if they can. They roam into the triangle, but there's not too much going on there. KP going to be targeted. They do get the spear off. It doesn't actually land on anything. Rift is going to be there, and with Natsumi's damage output, they will be able to get him. In fact, Yopaj is the one to take the kill. Into the top lane they go. They may run into Febby, who mistimed his dive for that bounty rune.
Oh, Tims.
Tims does get caught out. Yopaj again. Nice easy kill for him on the Mars. Well, he's 5-0-1. He's having a very good game.
Yeah, Scam again with the assist, just throwing these ice blasts from across the map. I have to say, the Urn pickup for Scam is starting to feel a bit dicey, considering all these kills happen so far away from him. So, let's see if he does get a charge down the line. They are coming up to play hard.
Yeah, play hard's in trouble. Bloodright going to come in. They got the Rupture and the Stormhammer off. You can either run and bleed to death, or you can wait for Gabby to kill you. Either option kind of sucks for play hard, but he has to choose one. Now the smoke up from TNC, but Yopaj, he breaks the smoke with a nice arena and an ice blast down, all onto Gabby. He is going to be able to survive through it, but he is dropping very low. Now the Egg to fly out. The Stormhammer onto Januel. Gabby, he's in trouble and will drop. Mel's going to come in now. Back onto Januel. They will get the Undying, but they once again lose their Sven.
Yeah, it's a bigger trade coming out here, and they're not done.
Yopaj getting Rotabay tossed up, a spear out from Armel, but it does not land. Bit unfortunate there, as that may have meant a kill onto Yopaj, but he will walk away completely deathless.
Just a bigger win for Neon, and still not done.
No, absolutely not. Ice Blast flying through, Shackles is there, Natsumi has plenty of damage with the focus fire. That'll be some fried chicken up for Natsumi.
Yeah, your namesake being taken out there. Again, Neon being on the aggressive with his blink. Yopaj is all over the map. They can't really stop him. Like, they find these trades, sure, but when you drop your Sven, who's #1 in net worth, never worked well. Gabby's got to watch his spacing. Does have the Mask of Madness plus the Echo Saber. I'd say just sit back, wait for the BKB. Once you have the BKB, a lot of your issues go away, and you can just focus on hammering in, taking some heroes out. That's going to be the power spike for TNC. That and the Ags of Armel. Still about 1,000 gold away for the Ags, but again, once you get that lined up with your Sven, you do have a very beautiful combination of the flying hammers coming in.
Absolutely. I love myself some flying hammers, John. Like a Marvel movie. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. That's fair enough. I didn't think he'd ride a horse though. That copyrighted fella. Oh, Natsumi up top.
Yeah, found Tims, the poor old Shadow Shaman. It really feels bad to play Shadow Shaman when you're this far behind. There's really just not much you can do. And Tims is just kind of relegated to pushing duty. Gonna end up meeting his death once again. A 17-4 for Neon Esports. They woke up on the right side of the bed today, John.
Yeah, they're in high spirits. They're finding every single item they want. The Ags is flying out for play hard, so buckle up on your PC, Mike. It's gonna get intense.
Oh boy, how long does it take to overclock my CPU, John? I don't know if we have enough power. This Aghanim Scepter, it does do some things. Wait a minute though. Oh, I was about to say, what if Mel could do it? No, he can't. It is an ultimate.
No.
I forgot.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, thank God.
Can you imagine if it wasn't? Like, jeez. No.
No, rather not.
Oh,
Yapaj
Yapaj?
mid lane, going after KB, does not connect the spear. Still the Ice Blast will fly through. KB in big trouble and is gonna die. Scam has picked up his 5th kill of the game on the AA.
Jeez. Yeah, that's really good news as well, as he is starting to build up some earn charges. So it recharges up. He is in range for these kills now. And the KP is being really slowed down on the Bloodseeker. But there's the Ags up on Armel, so
Oh,
we
here
can
we
see
go.
balance in its truest form as well.
I feel like we're missing something though until Gabby has his Aghanim Scepter. So when we've got both Aghanim Scepters, and while that's happening, Febi's going down. But once we've got both the Morphling and Sven Ags up, now that's when the real beauty starts. Top lane, Yapaj gonna get started onto Tim's again, and Scam will pick up a double kill, John. He got one of the bot
Jeez.
lane, he got one of the top lane.
That is a bit too much value coming out for Scam. He is holding on. His Spirit Vessel is going to be up soon as well. So all the things can go. And here we go. Play hard.
Yeah, Armel, be careful there, sir. He'll just waveform past. Ice Blast was coming in, but Play Hard never went for the stun. Armel's going to be fine. Meanwhile, Arena not actually going to be there in time to hold on to KB. KB is going to be okay to walk out.
What a bounty!
With that Arena down, TNC, it looks like they want to try and go for a big smoker. They will.
They've got an opportunity. Still need to reveal the Ags and Armel.
Thought they would have seen the Ags with Play Hard trying to go onto Armel for a second, but maybe they'd missed it. He hasn't morphed yet, so it looks like he's not intending to morph into Gabby. Maybe somebody else, maybe the Wind Ranger would be quite nice for him.
You would get extra charges with the Ags, I suppose, if you want that. They have stalled out long enough to have this blink up in Tim's. So initiation easier now for a Shadow Shaman. Does have the Aether Lens on top of it, so long range shackles in play. But they are being chased by a smoke as well.
KB gets a Glimmer Cape off, but he's been speared up to a tree, and the shackles are going to fly out from Natsumi. Play Hard will take that kill for himself. TNC, they're still just playing the slow game. Trying to get more farm up on Gabby. Gabby is top of the net worth board, but he's not going to be quite ready to go until that Ags is ready. Which is fine. But the Roshan's going to happen.
Gonna be a bit longer. This is gonna be a really important Roche for Neon. Good scan out from TNC. They do have the egg, but it looks like they are just a bit too slow. It's gonna be a strong start for Neon. They still are gonna walk down.
Roshan's gone. Nice and easy. Smoke up from TNC, not really going to lead to much quite yet. Armel now morphing into the CK. Can still get some decent value out of the CK morph for sure. But while this Aegis is up, I imagine that TNC will just play the avoid game, just wait out the Ags on Gabby before you go much further.
Yeah,
you don't really want to rush into this Neon side, especially when they're sitting at 21-4.
No. And they've got a pretty substantial net worth lead now as well. 4K up. So all the gold's really just going to Gabby, and they might lose Armel.
They may. Arena, no, not going to be on target, but a great shackles out. KP's creeps. He was farming the creeps, and it turns around on them. Oh, the mud golems. How unfortunate. Had he not backed off, that shackles would have never landed.
Yeah, just not quite lining up. Widens the lead of Neon up to 5K now, 22-4. And the only upside for TNC at all is the fact that Gabby's farming. So this investment in the Sven really has to pay off in a big way. Again, waiting for that Ags, as you mentioned. They are looking to push, and this is where Neon's draft is slightly slower. Not the best tower melters, although they do have good physical damage now, and they've got a decent amount of farm, so it shouldn't take too long. But it's nothing as instantaneous or as carefree as a Shadow Charmer or Lash. But TNC don't really have a window to defend, so they might just have to give out this tier 2 top.
Tier 2 not going to last very long at this rate. They're going to try for the mid-tier 1 tower here, TNC. In fact, no, the TPs are going to be forced in by Neon. KP tried for the TP, but Yopaj, he knows exactly where he went. KP going to drop, so does Febby as well on the Phoenix. Neon continuing this domination, and well, with those kills, John Natsumi does now have the MKB up. So a very happy Wind Ranger. I'm sure they are looking to try to put the final nails in the coffin soon onto TNC. But let them be warned, Gabby is 1.5k gold away from the perfect balance being achieved on Sven.
Yeah, I think you have just got to wait for TNC to get their the coil unsprung here. It's all down to the double storm hammers flying through with the Ags. They do a good amount of damage as well. They just need to wait it out. So a lot of items that still need to fly out. Neon, I mean, they're doing well. I worry about their progression and objectives. Top tier 2 still stands. Mid tier 2 is still healthy. Bot tier 1 is still up. So they haven't progressed at all in terms of clearing out this map. And that can be detrimental. They've got about a minute 40 left on the Aegis. I think Neon needs to set their eyes towards an objective now and hopefully go for a nice takeout before it evaporates.
Egg being forced out by Febby. His play hard had almost killed him off. So they'll go down to the bot lane. Gabby going to run straight into play hard. This is not what he wants. The Ice Blast going to come in and maybe a bit of miscommunication there. Gabby not realizing that Febby just almost died in that same position. And now Neon seeing Gabby go down, they will go for a big smoke up. Back into the dire jungle. KP has been pinged out and spotted. Will glimmer. Looks like they will miss out on the Bloodseeker kill. I'm not sure about this. He's farming up. I suppose for KP, he is creating some form of space. But Scam going to blink straight into him. And Scam, I mean, he's just not afraid. He has the Ice Blast if he wants to throw it out, and he will. Yopaj will happily take the kill. Top lane, Natsumi going to have a go at Armel. Armel will just morph into the Wind Ranger, and, well, MKB is still going to allow him to hit. However, Tims comes in now. Serpent Wards have been dropped, and that'll mean Natsumi does go a little bit too far, and Gabby is very happy to see it. However, Yopaj coming in now, gets an arena off. It's only Tims he catches. He'll take the kill. Would have loved the Morphling instead, but will have to suffice for the Shaman.
It's still not too bad for pickup, definitely better for TNC. That did give Yopaj enough gold to finish up his Desolator flying in. So he's got the Deso, he can start to melt heroes. Misses the Spear in Gabby. Gabby's going to be very happy with that, but guess what's flying out? Gabby's got his Ags.
Here we go.
And
here we go.
We need to see it, please. Armel, morph into Gabby. BS1. And showing us the true definition of balance.
Oh, we'll see it, John. Don't you worry, we'll see it. They didn't choose Morph Sven to not pick this up before the new patch drops. TNC just grouped up, not wanting to reveal it quite yet. So Gabby will just go ahead and clear out the creep wave before they might go for a quick smoke up. And there it is, John. The double Sven is now online, but they aren't smoking up yet. Is there any smokes even active? Well, they do have one on Febby. Their top tier 2 is being forced in right now. KP's coming in. KP gonna show himself there with the blood right. Yopaj waiting for that right moment, however. Well, they will go. Play hard. Does get the stun off, and they will get the kill. Tnc, do they want to fight? Gabby is waiting on the high ground. He needs to make a choice now. He'll go in, but the BKB very quick from Natsumi. There will be the Phantasm as well. Armel going to morph into the Wind Ranger rather than the Sven. They don't find anyone. Reina going to be dropped by Yopaj, but he has not really caught anyone in there. Very split up kind of team fight that leads to nothing.
Yep, rather unfortunate. Neon does win out in the end because they force out and take out KP. So they're going to be perfectly happy with that situation. Egg was dropped by Febby as well. So no Egg in next minute 20. Tnc, of course, can just clump up for the bot tier 2. Relatively low. Shouldn't take too much to commit, but they are just really playing it safe. Don't want to risk anything too badly. Neon, 6k up, 28 to 5. Do still have a lot more room to grow still, despite this kill lead. However, you do have the shotgun up in Armel. So he's got an interesting toolkit on hand. Ag's shotgun ready to go on the Morphling. We'll just have to wait and see what he really does do with it. So far, he's just been playing tag with a Wind Ranger, clearing out camps as the Sven. But we haven't seen a big team fight break out, and TNC's cautiousness is maybe costing them a couple of these item power spikes. They are starting to look very strong with these pickups. You've dragged this game long enough that Scam does have the Dagons flying in.
Why the hell not? It's a Rambulan, John. Anything
yes.
goes. It's a street fight. This isn't a...
That it is.
It's not about clean fighting here. We don't need boxing gloves on.
Nah. Down to fisticuffs. And how often do you see a Spirit Vessel with 8 charges on, Mike? Scam has 8 charges. Just unused.
Skem's currently deathless, John. He's 7-0-10. I mean, it's very impressive. It's you pick an AA, you'd almost expect to die multiple times during a pro match like this into a Morphling Sven, but it hasn't happened yet. KP, run of ATOS out, going to catch play hard, but they don't make the dive in yet. Hex out as well. They try to decide on... There's 2 Svens running around. It's just a ridiculous sight. Look at this. We got twinsies.
Oh.
One of you
They're
has
not
to pop
jumping
the
in.
God Strength, so I know which one's which. Yopaj, they're going to smoke up now. Oh, Armel, that's a big target. Yopaj going to find him out with an Ice Blast to fly in, and there should be no way for Armel to get out. He'll try to waveform, but the Spirit Vessel was there, and he will eventually die. Still, they keep going for more. KP in trouble, does also go down. Meanwhile, Gabby trying to fight. He does kill off Januel, but that's going to be it for now. Into play hard, trying to go after the CK, but the CK actually burning out to the Sunray of Febby, and Gabby does get another. Into the Wind Range now, Natsumi just disappears as Gabby, with the Spider Legs, wants to go for way more than that, and Skem, he might experience his first death, or maybe not. They want to go for the big boy. They want Yopaj and the Mars. They'll get the triple kill on Gabby. And where is that pesky AA? He's TPing out. He's going to be safe. But Gabby, well, he's a very happy man right now, John. Finally getting some revenge.
And this is when it really starts to take a downswing for Neon. You're seeing the power of that Sven. They were very fortunate to kill off Armel first. The issue is, once they blew all of their spells, they had nothing. They don't have anything at all to fight through the Sven when the God Strengths pop, so they've got to be really cautious. Aegis is going to go as well. They've got a courier watching though. Maybe trying to snipe that cheese, but looks very unlikely as they are ready for it. And doesn't look like they're going to have enough time to contest. But this is not as fast as you'd expect. So there should be some time to walk up here.
They could definitely give it a crack. Roshan, 2k HP now. Hex out from Tim, slowing down Skem. Gabby just going to jump in. He wants to get that death going on Skem. Armel is there as well. Skem still not dying. Gets the Ice Blast off at Armel now with the Superman jumping in. Here comes Play Hard, but Gabby looking for a way out. No, back in. He wants that CK dead, and it looks like they are going to find him. Into Natsumi now. The focus fire there on Gabby. Armel not going to chase any further. We'll go for the creeps instead. You know, it's funny, John. TNC. In fact, hold that thought, because we're still going. Genuel trying to go for the Aegis. Armel has picked it up, and Genuel is going to die. But Yopaj now with a big arena round and a spear. It's not going to be enough. I think we'll be fine. But I was going to say, it is kind of funny to think that TNC ran Morph ES for such a long time, and now they found themselves Morph Sven.
Oh no. On the tail end of a patch.
Disgusting.
Unfortunate. Yeah, this is... this is pretty ridiculous. I have no words for this. Honestly, I find that this is worse than Shaker Ag's Morphling. Simply because the Superman just looks a lot more ridiculous than Shaker flying around.
Oh, here we go again. Ice Blast is out from Skem. Yopaj in trouble, however. Gabby getting the kill and now looking for that AA. Gabby. Oh, here we go.
What's
Bye-bye,
that
Skem.
range?
Yeah. It's very balanced. John, I don't know what you're talking. This is a melee core, right? He has no advantages apart from one spell. I don't know what the problem is. I mean, why would you pick Pudge and throw Hook when you could just go in with Stormhammer?
Hey, we don't talk about that dead hero here. Right? Let him rest in peace. He's not coming out anytime soon, my boy. I miss my Pudge. Still, TNC, man. I want you to look at Dota Plus right now. Like, look at that dip.
It's just not fair. It's not fair. Look at this. Which one do you want to go for first, John? Mel or Gabby? It's the same thing.
Yeah. You know, it really reminds me of that meme from The Office, right? Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two pictures. They're the same picture. The same.
That they are. And Armel will just freely take him and leave barracks. Gabby's waiting. Genuel, he's going to be alright. He pops the Flesh Golem. Play hard, going to go in. Is trying to go after KP and might just get him. The Bloodseeker is going to die, and now Natsumi does kill off Tims. Arena being dropped by Yopaj, coming in from the backlines, trying to go after the egg. Gabby will just TP out. Febby will get the egg off and try to go for an Icarus dive. But he has been... Oh, Febby, no you didn't. He'll go for a Sunray TP out of there, and they are not going to be able to get him either. What a nice little juke spot from Febby. And of course, another very balanced aspect of the game is being able to Sunray off the map.
Yeah. Really nice from Febby. Hey, they do manage to sneak away there, TNC. Not finding as many objectives, but still winning out and another
Natsumi?
pick off.
Armel just solo picks off Natsumi, apparently.
The shotgun. He's at the point, he's got enough stats where the blow-up's going to be really big. BKB was down for Natsumi. It's fairly straightforward for Armel, and this is when things take a really deep dive for Neon. They do not scale as great. You've missed the power spike of your CK.
Is in the tree line, but there's not really much he can do by himself. TNC up towards that top tier one. 7k net worth advantage now. Dota Plus continues to just keep diving down the way of TNC. It's a very rough position for Neon now. And they're definitely not out of it yet, but they need quite a bit of damage, it looks like, to really be able to fight back.
Oh, I love this. I'm looking at Gabby right now. He queues up a Divine.
Of course.
He's done with this game. He's done.
Yeah, I mean, why would you want to hit them 3 times if you can hit them once, John? It's just makes more sense to me. Yopaj, BKB up, looking to go into KP, does get the spear off, and they do actually get another, but Febby gets the egg off. KP getting very low, however, will die. Armel now just going into that Wind Ranger form, killing off Natsumi into Genuel. Play hard, can't survive the damage of Gabby into the Undying. It'll be another triple kill out for Gabby. And now into the mid-tier 2 tower, Yapaj trying to find a way out of this, but there is no way out. Tim's very slowly making his way over. Will get there eventually with the shackles and does get another. By the way, John, I just noticed Tim's found a telescope. So more range for Armel and Gabby, and while that's happening, looks like Skem does eventually kill off Febby. But it won't matter.
No, it's not going to be enough. The high ground push is going to happen. There are buybacks in Neon, but they're going straight for it. They're done. They really are done with this game.
Yeah. Glyph's forced out. The buybacks are there. Gabby forced the BKB. Play hard, looking to go in. Will jump onto the Shaman. Poor Tims is just going to disappear. Meanwhile, Gabby trying to run away with these spider legs, but Natsumi is going to chase him down. They can't really keep up. And Armel uses the Ninja Gun himself. Sees Skem. Does break, but it doesn't matter. Or maybe it does, Skem. Will blink away, and now Play hard looking to go back in, but Armel, he has a Lincoln Sphere up. Does go for the Rift. Ice Blast is going to be on point with the stun out. Play hard. Do you have the damage? Natsumi trying for the shackles. The Daikon out. Armel still just running away. That is a great power shot onto Armel, but he's going to be fine. He'll make it back to the fountain in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, good, good try from Neon. Gotta love that Wind Ranger Ags on the Morphling, right? Can't stop him. 2 charges in Wind Run, always nice to see still. Neon.
Skem, his life just flashed before his eyes. He saw Gabby coming up to him. Natsumi, a nice shackles up, Play hard there with the follow-up stun. They might actually get Gabby, and they will. Great kill out for Neon Esports. Gabby, if he does really intend to buy that Divine Rapier, needs to be a little bit careful about deaths like that.
Yeah, he's gotta watch himself. Really good punishment once more from Neon. Getting the overstepping course of TNC. Just a bit cocky. They still maintain the 13k lead. 36-20 at 41 minutes in. But there are opportunities for Neon to bounce back if they catch them one by one. So all TNC has to do is stick together as 5, and that pretty much solves their issues. Just have the Sven along with Morphling. Don't think, again, there's not enough in the tank of Neon to really kill both of them at once. But if they do stream in one by one like this, it does give Neon a chance to bounce back in. So gotta be cautious about that if you are TNC. You see the Abyssal finished up here on Yapaj. So he does have an instantaneous stun on himself now. And we are seeing the AC slowly being built up by Play Hard. So once you have these items, you're going to take some of that edge off from TNC just a bit. But TNC, they're still feeling confident. They're just up in front. There's a DD here waiting for Gabby to be picked up. Or maybe even just Armel. Scotty is up on Armel as well. And they are just set to go. Bottled up DD. Once you have Gabby respawning, this shouldn't take too long to... Shouldn't take them too long to either go for the next Rosh in 20 seconds or go for objectives.
Everyone just kind of laying back for a bit. Gabby has unqueued the Divine Rapier. Going for a Lincoln Sphere now. Very upsetting stuff.
Lame.
Ags up on Febby. It'll be very nice for him.
Yeah, it's a extra durable egg. Have to say I'm surprised by how much Neon's been ignoring the egg. It does feel rather counterintuitive. Febby just gets the full duration off, and it's been costing them in the middle of team fights here, Neon. So you've got to get that coordination up if you do want to take that out in the middle. Otherwise, Febby just gets full value. You do see them clump up. Are they looking for a smoke? I don't see one on Febby. I don't see one in Tim's, so it looks like they're just being cautious, expecting Neon to be the one to smoke.
Oh, they got a smoke out in the courier.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I just realized, John? So Armel's weakness right now is he doesn't have a God Strength, but he does have a DD room. So in theory, he does have a God Strength now. And this way, this is the peak of this Sven Sven Morphling combination right here. Is Natsumi might be the unfortunate victim, does get the BKB off. It'll be Januel who gets focused down. Meanwhile, Armel trying to find that Wind Ranger, doesn't quite yet. Yopaj spear out onto the Phoenix, looking to take him down. Bebby could not get the egg off in time. Buyback was there from Januel. They get rid of the Tombstone, but play hard. Gonna go back into KB now. Tims gets the Hex off. Meanwhile, Armel trying to go in the back onto Yopaj. Won't quite be able to finish him off. Looking back to Natsumi. He does kill off Tims, and Yopaj does die to Gabby. That'll be it.
It's a bit of a better win for Neon. They find 2 for the trouble. Do lose Yopaj, which is a pretty big blow. But they did ride out that rough wave. Double damage was blown in the middle of that, so you're not going to have to worry about the double damage on Armel. Does have Arcane, and well, TNC are still ready to go. They've still got this huge lead.
Oh, Armel. Lincoln's going to save the day for him, but play hard. Going to go for the Rift anyway. That'll be enough. Getting to that point of the game now where, you know, you start to feel like you just need more. Gabby, I was hoping he might go back to the Divine, but it looks like he wants to just try for the Daedalus instead.
Safe play for Gabby. Of course, a crit is always nice as well. So, can't really fault him for going for this more conservative approach. The Roche has been up for a while. Pinks are flying in. Perhaps that's the next objective both teams will set their eyes to, and Gabby is going to get started.
Courier will scout this out. Armel's going to come in now on the Morphling. Let's have a nice Arcane Rune bottled up. Not going in quite yet. They're going to leave the Roshan be for a bit. And Yopaj is still down at the bot lane. He's just kind of trying to push out these waves. Not joining his team yet, but he does have a TP, so he can go to that top tier 2 tower if need be. Looks like he won't for now anyway. There's no necessity to do that. Just trying to finish off this Aghanim Scepter on the Mars.
It's going to be hard to fight in there if they don't have Yopaj. They are going
Oh,
though.
here we go. Play hard. Pops the Phantasm. Tims is gone. Looking for more. Dust out. KB being completely surrounded. Gabby going to go in to try and help out. Onto play hard. Ice Blast is going to fly through. It does land on 2. Well, in fact, it doesn't. Armel doesn't really cop it. It's only up to Gabby. Play hard's down without buyback. Back onto the Roshan. Roshan is actually quite tanky at this stage, but not quite tanky enough. We'll go down at a fairly nice pace. However, Yopaj going to jump in with an arena, but does not connect the spear. Looks like KB trying to fight Natsumi will not be able to on the Aegis. Januel, he does pick up the Aegis on the Undying. He's going to refresh, but it looks like he will die. Regardless, Yopaj, he's gone. Januel did lose his Aegis. Gabby gets a double kill out now. Zombies are just running everywhere. Chasing down Armel. Natsumi and Scam, I'm not sure what the game plan is here. Maybe hoping to... Oh, Gabby, no, not right now. Gabby, he just bought a Divine Rapier. He needs to run away, but Natsumi is on the chase, Gabby. He's going to die. The Rapier's on the deck. It's just in the tree line. The pings are coming out. Do Neon know about it? Armel comes in. He picks up the Rapier. Natsumi could not get it in time. Now it's just run away for Armel. Just get out of there. Oh, boy.
Ooh, that is a very scary proposition. Really bad timing for Gabby, but thankfully Armel is there to save the day. So he's going to hold on to that Divine, drops it off, and that should ensure that Gabby's going to have it back up still. Neon is going to be in a pretty good spot. It's Biter tier 2. Febby picks it up to bring it back in base. Nope.
Oh, Armel kills off Skem. Play hard, but he's kind of stunned up right now. This is not great news for Armel. Copying a lot of damage. He'll go for a wind run, but he is going to die. He doesn't have the Divine. He is fine, but he did give his own life away there.
I'm not sure what TNC's kind of trying to achieve with those movements out. Punishment is still fairly good here from Neon. Of course, they have narrowed the gap down to 6k. I think that'll bounce back up when the Divine goes back to Gabby. So it should equalize once more towards TNC. But Neon, for their part, they do need a little bit more. I think Yapaj, once he has his Ags out, is going to be nice, although he does shift out for an Orchid instead. So opting for a little bit more control and silence there. For Playhard's case, after the AC, it's a really awkward point for the CK. I'm not sure if he wants to build more damage or just tank up. Does feel like he's got a lot of presence if he goes for a Heart or a Satanic even, just to maintain his presence in front lines and kind of back up his team. Could go for maybe a utility build, a Hex or a Nullifier. Isn't too strange for his CK. It's just so hard to itemize into the late game compared to what TNC have to do. I mean, they're all pretty much set. You've got the Divine back in Gabby, so he is looking at 600 damage per hit without God Strength. Going to be higher once he pops that on. You do have Scam actually finishing up his Dagon 4 now, looking for the full Dagon 5 upgrade, so he's having a good time regardless.
Yeah, why the hell not? Does have that that Timeless Relic as well, so he gets a bit of a buff on these spells. Gonna feel very nice for him. But yeah, Paj actually buying an Orchid now, which is quite interesting. But sure what he intends to do with that. I suppose you can break Lincolns with it, which is kind of nice. So maybe just needs something to break the Lincolns to try and get the Abyssal Blade off.
Yeah. You've really started to tank up here in TNC as well. There's a Satanic up on Armel. Of course, that isn't that useful if Scam does get to use his spells, but for the most part, they have been disciplined in getting that pick off in the back. We'll see if the smoke pays off. Neon being very conservative in their own high ground triangle. So it's going to be hard to pierce the defensive shell of that area. TNC's just going to have to settle in, staying in the jungle.
What is what's the game plan here now? Like, the net worth's been all over. TNC still in the lead, but not by too much. I mean, 6k is really nothing. I mean, at 51.5 minutes, it's definitely nothing. Like, what's the game plan here? What do you tend to do if you're TNC?
Looks like they're going to get the Blessing up on Gabby. So free up a slot and then go Daedalus. Or, if you're feeling brave, second Divine. One of those two. I mean, we're at this point in the game. We might even reach the tier 5 items as well, right? Like, we're inching towards it. Heart is up for Play Hard, so he does go for the durability build in that CK.
Jeez, that's a lot of HP.
That it is. Can be hard to drop him down now. Of course, you do still have really good damage anyway on TNC. I don't think damage is going to be an issue for them overall. They might just be waiting for the next Roche. Respawn is still. We'll still find out in about 3 minutes when it's going to be back up, so there's a lot more waiting to do, which Neon's going to use to farm up consistently. I think this is the point where you want to see some farm distribution perhaps going out to even Johnny Well, I think would really like that. Like, say, Ags upgrade Decay does sound fairly nice at this point. They do smoke up on Neon's end, but again, everyone's sticking as 5, so you're not going to find any stragglers here.
Why not? Top tier 2 slowly being forced in by TNC. They're just checking out for some wards now, seeing if there's any around. Getting to those level 30 marks soon on these heroes. Tier 2 tower going to be glyphed up. Natsumi trying for a shackle but won't quite land it. Armel moving back in, but Yopaj is carefully watching and waiting. Maybe a smoke up from Neon. No, there is not. It was just a ninja gear on Armel, it looks like. But both teams really tiptoeing around each other.
Yeah, I think both sides understand that it is on the razor's edge now. Only very slight advantage for Tnc. They are up 1 racks, so I suppose that one lane constantly shoving in is fairly good for them compared to Neon. But Neon, again, you can't count them out. They've got good damage if you can line it up. Tnc run a bit of a risk because of this divine pickup on Gabby. But there's always a bit of a risk of overextending and getting punished. But in the meantime, just gonna be farming around and not in a rush. Next Roche could be, again, the safe spot for both teams. Still about 40 seconds off until we see its actual respawn, so we're gonna have to wait for that to pop up first. Gonna be a big Roche, and neither side wants to give that for free, but could run into each other here.
Yeah, bot lane, Natsumi, Shackles out, does catch Febby on the Phoenix. He's a tanky boy though, he should be able to get the egg off, and does. They're going to try and focus it down. Tims is there with the Hex, play hard. The only one hitting the egg, it won't be enough. Now they'll turn back around onto the CK. He's pretty low. They'll go after Januel first. Play hard has kind of been left behind though, and should eventually die in the tree line, and does. Febby was able to get the egg off in time. There's no buybacks left on Neon. Not on those 3 heroes anyway. In fact, the only person with buyback is Tims on the Shaman. And that may be Q to go.
Yeah, there's not too much to worry about here. It really boils down to the fact that Natsumi went for a utility build and really tapered off in farm. So again, after the MKB, we saw the Lincolns come in. And after that, nothing for damage, which is why he struggles to even melt Febby. You really do need some backup there if you're going to jump him out. Unfortunate, but doesn't line up. Tnc now with a slight lead. Will start to pull into the high ground. Nothing to worry about for about 1:20. And the objectives just melt.
I don't believe...
What did it drop? Phase boots from Yopaj. Offering. An offering on the ground, Mike.
An offering on the ground from Yopaj. Please take the phase boots, leave my rats. Natsumi is going to try and go in by himself. It's the only play he has. He's probably going to die trying to go after Tims, but will go down. And Tnc realized now, hey, we could probably just go finish this game. Play hard just got buyback, and so did Yopaj. So they're going to jump in now and try to make something happen. Yopaj going to get in on to Armel. More for that Wind Ranger. He is actually going to die. They do lose the Morphling. Play hard, BKB up, looking to go after Tims. In fact, he'll go after KP instead. Tims now looks to turn around. A nice X-save out from Febby. He does keep KP alive, and Gabby will jump back in after Yopaj, but doesn't quite get the kill. Still, Febby will be able to get it onto Skem. He'll probably die in the AA. Now Tims going back in with another Hex out onto Play hard, and here comes Superman, just stunning him up. That should be the end of the game, and Skem does call it. 57 minutes in, that will be game 1 of this online Rambulan. Going to the way of Tnc, but John, we have a game 2.
Oh man, well, what a ride that first game. It looked good for Neon. Early, Scam had this huge streak on the AA. They dropped like flies towards the end. They never really contested Gabby's farm.